Ladies and gentlemen, if you and your duo are struggling to win games in zero build ranked, this is the video for you, because today I'm going to dive inside my mind of how me and my duo are able to dominate ranked games consistently, and I'll show you how you can do the same. Before we jump straight into the video, I want to thank Striggs for leaving a positive comment on the channel. I read every single comment, so if you want to be featured in my next video, comment something down below. Let's see if this video can get 1,000 likes. Let's jump straight into the video. I'm going to carry how you and your duo should prioritize drops, loadout you both should carry, how to properly rotate, and of course, going in depth into every single fight that we take and show you exactly how we do that. Now, if you're watching this video, I'm assuming you have a duo. But if you don't, do not worry. Go to the pinned message in the comments and join my Discord, and I'm sure you'll find somebody there. Now, the first thing that you and your duo should worry about is where are you guys going to land. Now, if you watch any of my videos, you know me and my duo like to land a little bit southeast of Snooty. And we do this because of the amount of barrels and natural heals that there is there. And if we are the first to get those heals, we have an immediate advantage off spawn. This is not the only spot on the map that is great for this. There are plenty of them around the map. So I highly recommend that you and your duo pick a drop that has a lot of slurp barrels. And whether you're contested or not, that is a guaranteed way to make it out off spawn. Now, me and my duo are contested, and we are landing at this tower, making sure we pop these barrels really quick so we can be ready to push the other team that landed here. I was able to get an AR out of this chest, so I started beaming this guy out the air while he was still landing. And so now not only do they have to be lucky enough to find some shields where they are, but they now have to replenish the health that I just took off of him, which is going to give us an incredible advantage. Notice as soon as we pop our barrels and get a couple of guns, we are getting aggressive. Now, this team was playing very ratty inside this building, waiting for us to drop in. So when you're in a situation like this, be patient and listen for sound cues to try and figure out where they are. We did not hear them pop any shields, so we know that we're probably healthier than they are. My duo was able to spot them, and he was able to knock one of them. And as he was cracking the other duo up, I was working around in a pinch to make sure this guy has no escape route, and surely enough, just like that, he runs straight into my shotgun. Now that we made it off spawn and we killed the team that landed here, let's talk about the ideal loot that you and your duo should both carry. Both of you will want to carry a shotgun. Usually the best choice for most is the frenzy auto shotgun, but honestly I've been liking the hammer pump myself, but completely your choice based on what you are comfortable with. Then for the AR, both of you need to rock the striker AR because it is by far the best AR in the game. One of you carry a sniper and the other person carry the bunkers. If you're the person carrying the sniper, be sure to always stick with your teammates since you don't have any cover for yourself, which can be very important for ranked games. And the person with the bunkers should generally make all the calls, especially when it comes to late game rotations, since they have that cover available to them. Then both of you will want to have a movement item, which by far this season the best item is the grapple blade. But obviously shockwaves are also a choice in ranked. And the crash pad juniors are actually not that bad if you slide into them, especially when paired up with something like the flowberries or the flowberry fizz. Crash pads can be very useful. And of course, for your healing item, I recommend each one of you carry some sort of heals, the best being the flowberry fizz, but big pots, minis, and medkits are also a viable option for that as well. Now we are done looting off spawn, and we are ready for our mid-game fights. Because we were only contested by one team and we finished the fight pretty quickly and looted everything that we needed, chances are that we are ahead of everyone else in the game when it comes to having very decent loot. So the key here is to always stick together, have concise and clear communication of how we're going to take fights, and then it's a piece of cake. As we rotate, our goal is to never sit still in the open, always find elevated high ground, and either look to third party or spot somebody off guard, which is exactly what happens here. We spot a player running into this hut, and we immediately communicate to each other that we need to push him to trap him in there. That way he won't have an escape route, and we only saw one of them, so simply when there's two of us and there's one of him, this is the easiest fight to take, so we push in and clear up very easily. Then earlier on, as we were fighting that kid, we did hear a fight happening, so we decide to rotate out there to see if we can pick up some scraps and maybe get some free kills. As we pulled up, we saw that this team was done fighting, and we destroyed the launch pad that they had there so they couldn't escape, but they both started using their mobility to try and move away from us. We decide to chase them, but notice how we are chasing them on an elevated layer, always staying above them. Whether you're playing builds or zero build, high ground is still the key. Both of them were very split, so we decided to 1v1 these players separately because we knew we had the elevation advantage. My teammate threw a bunker down and fought the other guy, and I was playing this bush waiting for this guy to come up and make a mistake because I knew they were trying to take high ground from us. And as he's sitting in the open, I take some free shots, and as he tries to run away, I chase him down and easily pick up the elimination. One note I like to say is all of this is done in Unreal rank lobbies. So if you apply anything that I tell you here and you are not yet in Unreal, I promise you, you will dominate the lobbies that you're in very easily, and highly increase the chances of you hitting Unreal this season. Then we saw the medallion team and fencing on the map, so we decided to make a push for that. Here I'm sitting on top of this roof while my teammate is in the basement checking out to see where this team could possibly be. I spot one of the players and get a crazy headshot sniped as he's jumping towards me. And notice as soon as I knock him, my teammate climbs straight out the basement to make sure that he's with me. Now that we have information on where the second teammate is, and with a number advantage, he can play very aggressive because even if he dies, as long as he deals some damage before he goes down, I'm able to clean up the fight if need be. But don't be afraid to be aggressive in a 2v1 situation, even if you're on low HP, because your teammate can just trade for you. After cleaning up that fight, we noticed that there's another medallion approaching us. We were planning on looting up the vault, but since we saw this team, we didn't want to get trapped in the vault if they were to push in. So we make our presence known by going up to this building. No, we have a medallion now too, so they probably have an idea of where we are as well. But because we have the high ground position, chances are they're probably going to try to run away, which is exactly what they tried to do. And I'm able to get another nasty snipe as they're rotating and get one of them knocked. We're able to get that finish, but unfortunately the other guy was able to run away. We shifted our focus and decided that we would go push another team. Here you're going to see that we are going to disengage a fight because it doesn't make sense for us to take it. This team is sitting on top of this hill with a sniper and that they have a launch pad. So I'm trying to go for a snipe, and if I get a knock, we will aggressively get on them. But the risk is that they knock us and they can easily push us from that launch pad, because it would take us quite a while to get up to them, putting them at a better position. So taking this fight makes no sense. So we hop in the car and decide to rotate out and look for a different fight. It is very important to know when to reposition or disengage. I see a lot of players refusing to disengage because they have 0 kills or have 2 or 3 kills, thinking that that's going to lead to them not having a lot of kills in the game. We're playing smart and we still have 9 kills and many more to come despite us letting that team live. On our way out, we decide that we would play aggressive on island, knowing that there's going to be another team there most likely. Pay attention to the importance of teamwork in this scenario. You can win just about any fight as long as you and your duo are on the same page and you're communicating clearly on what's going on. As we rift up there, we're both sitting on height and I see this player crouching and looking scared, and I know that I'll be able to get off a snipe. Just like that, I was able to knock him. But as I tried to rotate to the body for the finish, his teammate beamed me, and I immediately communicate that to my teammate and tell him that I'm low HP and there is another team rifting on the island trying to fight. So as soon as I communicate that to him, we are both clear on the fact that we need to disengage and heal up. Now my teammate was actually able to kill the second guy, but we were more worried about the third party coming in, chasing us, knowing that we would probably be weak from that fight. And I mean, these guys chased us around the whole map. My teammate made a great play by picking up a car, and these guys were chasing us the whole time. We circled back to the rift and immediately glid to the nearest vending machine to make sure that we can heal up. And now we need to look for a refresh. Now the term refresh is used in builds a lot. It is a term used when you're in an end game and you need materials and you're out. You need to find a kill, sneak some sort of kill in order to refresh your material. In this case, we clearly need to refresh. But in this case, we don't have any bunkers, and we also need to refresh on some heals so I could heal up fully. As we're trying to do that, we heard a fight. We decided that it is a smart play for us to push. It seems like the fight was cleared up here and my teammate was able to get a knock on this player, so we immediately pushed for his loot, and just like that, he had a big pot, an extra medallion for me, and we were looking pretty decent. Now let's talk about the late game rotations that we decide to go through here. I didn't like this position being on edge of the storm and between 2 medallions that could possibly push us as they were trying to rotate, so I told my teammate that we need to reposition and get away from the edge because any team trying to rotate in will likely try to fight us. So we completely reposition and find a bush at the end of the game, and we still have no bunkers, so we are looking for any possible third party, potentially just take over someone's bunker to be in a better position. Someone ends up pulling away and there's a fight inside of the next circle, so we take this as a perfect opportunity to push in and try and third party. As we push in, there was a knocked body, there was so much going on, and because we were one of the only duos up in the lobby, we pushed a solo out of his bunker and took it, and now we're sitting just inside the storm, putting us in a good position. Now you might be thinking, but you said that earlier being on edge storm is not a good idea. Well, with now only 13 players left in the game, the circle being so small, we have to play with the cover that we have. The people that are in the open are at disadvantage. As long as you're in the storm inside a bunker or behind some sort of cover, it doesn't matter what teams are going to try to rotate into you because you will have the upper hand. If you notice, me and my teammate are sitting in separate bunkers to have have a better pinch and map control. Basically have two separate bunkers because he had a bunker he found, and obviously I'm sitting in a bunker as well. Here's when a crucial communication play happens. My teammate gets shot in the back, and I shift my focus. I immediately turn around and make sure I can help him because he had his backside of the bunker open to him. I was able to hit a crazy snipe, and then we both were able to finish the job on him. I would just stay patient, wait for the zone, and look for any picks that we can find. And I'm trying to focus this team because I know they may pull zone and I don't want them holding us. They do. Then my teammate gets shot in the back again. So just like last time, I shift my focus on the guy behind. With us both spraying him, we're able to get that kill. Now there's only 10 players left. We wait for the circle to form. And of course, we get a max pull. So we hug the right side of zone for maximum and optimal cover and use our grapplers and move together to get into the zone. We hear some fighting ahead. As we're rotating, we spot one footstep next to us and decide that this would be a very free kill. We just gotta be sure we can finish this fight quick. But unfortunately, the guy ended up shockwaving away, so we continued to focus on our rotate. We saw a rock that we could play on our rotate, but there was also a player in front. So we first have to scare those players off so that they don't try to hold us as we're on this rotate. We go for a snipe, and I'm pretty sure that was enough to get him off of it. We immediately grapple together to this rock, and we play this cover until more of the zone unlocks itself for us to rotate to. We know those guys are probably sitting on that ledge, and we're clearly communicating that. And we go right ahead into this bush. Now there's only 7 players left. There's a bunch of fighting going on over there. We are on the dead side of zone where nobody else is. So we're just letting all these teams fight out and possibly look in third party, some of them. And as we're looking, we notice that this guy in the bunker pulls up out of nowhere behind us, and my teammate communicated it very clearly, and we both immediately pushed it. My teammate was able to get the kill, but a team positioned in a bunker facing towards us waiting to beam us, and we spot that there's a building area that we can rotate into for cover, so we immediately rotate to that. But as we're doing that, we notice that this guy was a solo, so my teammate rushes in, and I'm trying to catch up to him to take this fight. My teammate deals a lot of damage but goes down, and this is what I was talking about. I go for the trade, and even though my teammate went down, we easily finished that fight. Now as I'm getting the res off, there's only one team left in the lobby, so we simply take our time, make sure my teammate's full health, and now it's time to win the final 2v2. Storm is pulling quite far away from us, and as I'm grappling, I'm trying to gain information on where this team could be, and I see a sniper glint, and now we have all the information needed to win this fight. We position ourselves in this bunker to wait until the storm starts moving, and as we're doing that, we're planning how we're going to fight this. We notice that the storm is pulling into the water, and it's going to be a water fight. As they were trying to also get closer to the zone, we were able to crack them and put a lot of good shots in on them. I came up with the plan that I would be playing the zipline, just ziplining around and taking shots at them while they're in the water. So when the time comes, I hop on the zipline and I start looking down, hit a crazy snipe, and I'm able to pick up this knock with my AR. My teammate pretty much just nosedives straight onto the second player, and it's a 2v1, so there's no way we lose this. And just like that, we pick up the win, and we have 18 eliminations. I hope you guys found that video helpful. If you made it this far into the video and you're not yet subscribed, I post competitive Fortnite content every single week with a lot of zero build tournaments coming through soon. So if you don't want to miss those out, just make sure you hit that sub button. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.